Hey guys, let's start the 61st episode of Daily Football News and know what has happened in the past 24 hours. Is Harry Kane ready to join Manchester City? Does Jack Grealish move to City? Will Eriksen be able to come back? Barcelona suing their own players. Let's quickly find out all of these in this video. Before starting this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. So at first, without a delay, let's get to know some main news of the day. Kane has been at Tottenham since the age of 11, but it appears his 16-year spell with the club is coming to an end. That's because, according to The Sun, Kane is poised to leave the club and join Manchester City this summer. Levy is ready to sanction the captain's departure. Tottenham has given the green light for Harry Kane to complete a £160 million move to Manchester City, according to The Sun. Kane has verbally agreed to a £400,000 per week contract at Etihad Stadium, with Spurs chairman Daniel Levy ready to sanction his departure after performing a U-turn on his future. Levy was originally only willing to sell Kane to a foreign club but has now agreed to let him join City ahead of the 2021-22 campaign. La Liga president Javier Tebas warned that without doing so they wouldn't be able to register new signings Sergio Agüero, Memphis Depay, and Eric Garcia. Messi's reduction is obviously not enough, with the club wanting more players to agree on wage reductions by August 15th. According to Mundo Deportivo, the club has warned that those who won't agree to cut their wages will have legal action started against them. Jordi Alba is named as one experienced player who has so far rejected the wage reduction. Laporta had hoped that Messi's agreement to take such a vast wage cut would help persuade the other experienced players and the rest of the squad to follow. It certainly has to be a serious situation for a club to be threatening these kinds of steps against their own players, who already took a temporary reduction when the pandemic first hit. Clement Lenglet, Serginho Dest, and Samuel Umtiti are reportedly all up for sale, and Miralem Pjanic, who only signed last summer, is also available. Jack Grealish is edging closer to a blockbuster move from Aston Villa to Man City after agreeing on personal terms, Football Insider understands. Man City has been working on the mega money transfer for months amid encouragement from Grealish's camp he is keen to move. A source with knowledge of the Villa talisman's situation has told Football Insider he has been offered a huge contract by the Premier League champions and reached an agreement. Man City is ready with a £90 million offer for the Villa Academy product. The Premier League champions are ready to spend big this summer, with a highly rated England international among their top targets. Significantly, Grealish wants to play regularly in the Champions League as well as develop his game under Guardiola. Blues weighing up other options after Kane and Haaland struggles. Chelsea's mission to sign a world-class striker has seen the mask to be kept informed about Robert Lewandowski's situation at Bayern Munich. Goal can confirm. Although Bayern is strongly opposed to a sale this summer, the 32-year-old could be tempted by a new opportunity overseas. With just 2 years left on his contract at Allianz Arena, the Blues know their good connections with the Polish superstar could come in handy, having twice attempted to sign him in the past. La Liga giants would like England international Raheem Sterling has emerged as a target for La Liga giants Barcelona as questions continue to be asked of his future at Manchester City. Talk Costa reports that the England international forward is registering on the recruitment radar at Camp Nou amid talk of Antoine Griezmann leaving Catalonia, but any move for the 26-year-old winger will be complicated. Christian Eriksen will not be allowed to play for Inter Milan again unless the defibrillator installed after his cardiac arrest while on Denmark duty is removed, the Italian Football Association has said. It was confirmed after his cardiac arrest that Eriksen now has an implantable cardioverter defibrillator inserted in his chest to regulate any further disturbances in his heartbeat. Francesco Braccanero, a member of the Italian FA's Technical Scientific Committee, revealed the Danish footballer must have the defibrillator removed to play in Italian football again, as it will show he has no further heart problems. Barcelona is still struggling to offload Philippe Coutinho, Miralem Pjanic, and Samuel Umtiti amid their ongoing wage crisis, as reported by Goal. Pressure is mounting on Barca to cut costs ahead of the 2021-22 campaign, with the club currently in danger of being unable to register any of their 4 new signings or Lionel Messi, who became a free agent at the end of his last contract in June. The likes of Jean-Claire Todibo, Carl Zelina, Junior Firpo, Francisco Trincao, and Matthias Fernandes have already been moved on. But the Blaugrana will also need to sell a number of more high-profile first-team stars to get below La Liga's strict wage limit. Talks continuing with Madrid as no official bid was made. Rafael Varane has an agreement in principle with Manchester United over a contract until 2026, but there remains no deal in place with Real Madrid for the defender. Goal can confirm. The Red Devils are yet to make an official bid for Varane and are continuing to bide their time, knowing they hold the aces in negotiations with the Spanish club, who have accepted the Frenchman will leave. No transfer is expected to be announced immediately, and Varane has not asked to leave. He is happy to play the waiting game until his future is resolved. Negotiations for Varane will not be resolved immediately or in a matter of hours. Now we move on to some interesting news of the day. Leicester is one of 3 Premier League sides lining up moves for versatile Arsenal star Ainsley Maitland-Niles, claims BBC Sport. The Gunners Academy graduate spent time on loan at West Brom last season and is now interested in the Foxes, Burnley, and Southampton. Newcastle has stepped up their interest in Tottenham defender Cameron Carter-Vickers, reports 90 Minutes. The United States international, who took in time on loan at Bournemouth last season, remains down the pecking order in North London and may be allowed to move on. The Liverpool Echo reports that Everton has informed James Rodriguez that he is free to leave the club this summer. The Colombian playmaker has struggled to settle in English football and has seen moves to Italy or Spain mooted. The 18-year-old midfielder, who snubbed the offer of fresh terms at Stamford Bridge, has agreed on a deal in West Yorkshire through to 2024. Leeds United has completed the signing of Lewis Bate from Chelsea for £1.5 million, with the talented teenager signing a 3-year contract with the Whites. The 18-year-old midfielder was highly regarded at Stamford Bridge, but his potential has been lured to Elland Road by the promise of a clearer pathway to first-team football. Manchester United remains in discussions with Raphael Varane about a potential move to Old Trafford, Express Sport has learned. The France international is ready to leave Real Madrid behind after a glittering 10-year stint in Spain. The France international has emerged as a top target for the Red Devils, with personal terms and a transfer fee now being thrashed out. Donny van de Beek is willing to fight for his future at Manchester United, reports the Manchester Evening News. The Dutch midfielder has seen a move elsewhere mooted after struggling for game time during his debut season at Old Trafford. Blues keen on Euro 2020 winner Chelsea is considering a move for Sassuolo forward Domenico Berardi, claims Alfredo Pedola. The Italian international helped his country to glory at Euro 2020 and is now seeing a big money transfer away from his homeland mooted. Portuguese winger up for grabs Wolves is, according to 90 Minutes, open to the idea of selling Portuguese winger Pedro Neto. Liverpool, Juventus, and Tottenham have all been linked with the 21-year-old winger during the summer window. Manchester United is ready to hijack Arsenal's move for Wolves midfielder Ruben Neves, according to TalkSport. The Gunners have been heavily linked with the 24-year-old in recent weeks, but the Red Devils could swoop in and steal his signature right under their rivals' noses. United is looking at extra options in the middle of the park just in case Paul Pogba leaves, with Neves currently valued at £35 million. Juventus defender Christian Romero is the subject of interest from Tottenham, according to Gazzetta dello Sport. The Bianconeri wants €60 million for the 23-year-old, but Spurs are hoping to have that fee by including Davinson Sanchez in any final deal. Tottenham has an agreement on personal terms with the Argentinian centre-back Christian Romero until June 2026. It's not true that the player is refusing Spurs. Tottenham and Atalanta are now negotiating on the fee. Still, no agreement reached, talks on. West Ham has not received a single bid for midfielder Declan Rice, according to TalkSport. The 22-year-old England international has been linked with Manchester United and Chelsea, but that appears to be mere speculation at this stage, with both potential suitors yet to contact the Hammers. Paulo Dybala agent Jorge Anton will be in Italy next week to open talks with the Juventus board over a new long-term contract. Confirmed? Juve and Barca both denying rumors over a potential swap deal with Antoine Griezmann. Juve wants to keep Dybala at the club, reports Fabrizio Romano. Juventus are still keen on Atalanta fullback Robin Gosens, as Calcio Mercato reports. The German international emerged on Bianconeri's radar after impressing for his country at Euro 2020. Juventus is now weighing up a formal swoop for Gosens, which is reportedly valued within the region of €30 million. Roma has been in pursuit of ex-Haka all summer, with new boss Jose Mourinho making the Switzerland captain a priority transfer target. The report also claims that plans are on track for ex-Haka, whose Arsenal deal expires in June 2023. Ex-Haka has already agreed on personal terms with Roma worth a reported £2.1 million until June 2025, but striking up a deal with Arsenal has been much harder. The Gunners have not budged on their £17 million asking price for their former captain. But the report claims that Roma is now trying to bridge the £17 million fees by throwing in some performance-related bonuses and add-ons. Liverpool is set to win the race for Newcastle wonder kid Bobby Clark, according to the Daily Mail. Tottenham, Chelsea, Manchester United, Manchester City, and Bayern Munich have also been linked with the 16-year-old, but he is leaning towards a move to Anfield due to the opportunities on offer in their current youth setup. This was the end of our 61st episode. We will be back with more interesting news and transfer rumors tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon.